I remember that night as if it were etched into my skin, a permanent scar that pulses every time I close my eyes. The cell was small, damp, and suffocatingly dark. The walls were jagged and cold, smelling of mold, like they had soaked up centuries of despair. A single flickering bulb buzzed above me, weak and tired, casting long, trembling shadows that seemed to move when I blinked. I hugged my knees, shivering, feeling the chill creep through my bones. Silence surrounded me, or at least I thought it did. But it wasn't just silence. It was alive, heavy, crushing. It pressed against my chest, making my own thoughts scream louder than my voice could ever manage. I could hear my heartbeat pounding in my ears. My breathing was shallow, ragged. Every second felt like an eternity. Time had abandoned me. The first time he came, the guard, he didn't speak. The rusty hinges shrieked as he unlocked the door. I flinched. He was tall, broad-shouldered, with a face carved from stone. His eyes were unreadable, cold, distant, someone who had buried his humanity long ago. He placed a tray of food on the floor, a piece of stale bread, a bowl of thin grayish soup, and left, leaving the door open for a moment before shutting it quietly behind him. "Please," I whispered, my voice trembling. "Why am I here? What is this place?" He paused, hand on the door. I thought he would answer, but he didn't. He just left, the silence swallowing me again, heavier than before. Days, or whatever these endless cycles were, blurred together. No sun, no moon, no window to mark time. Only the footsteps, coming, going. That became my clock. I listened, desperate for any sound, even the metallic scrape of chains, the rattle of doors, any noise to remind me I was alive. When he returned, I tried talking. Small questions first, soft, careful. About the world outside, about my family, about why I was here. He rarely answered, and when he did, his words were precise, cutting through the air like knives. "You asked too many questions," he said once, without even looking at me. I wanted to stop. I wanted to curl into nothingness and hide from the fear, but I couldn't. I had to understand. I needed something solid in this void. Then one night, everything shifted. He came, but without food. He just stood there, watching me, longer than before. For the first time, I felt that he was not entirely stone, not completely a machine. There was something human beneath the discipline, something almost fragile. "You still don't understand, do you?" His voice was low, measured, heavy with meaning. "What do you mean?" My throat was dry, my hands shook. He stepped closer. I pressed myself against the wall, muscles taut, heart racing. He crouched slightly, lowering his voice. "This cell, it's not your prison. It's your mirror." I wanted to scream, demand answers, beg for clarity, but my voice froze. He straightened up, shadow swallowing me, and left. For hours, days maybe, I kept replaying his words. A mirror? How could a cell be a mirror? Every fear, every secret, every buried memory. Was this what he meant? Was the darkness here a reflection of my own? The next time he returned, I was ready. I didn't ask for food, I didn't plead. I looked straight at him. "What do you see when you look at me?" His eyes softened, just slightly. Pain? Regret? He leaned against the wall, arms crossed. "I see someone who still believes she is innocent," he said. I wanted to argue, shout that I was innocent, that I didn't deserve this, but the words died on my lips. Innocence isn't the absence of mistakes. It's the story we tell ourselves to survive. Days stretched into a haze. The cell became both enemy and teacher. I began noticing patterns I hadn't seen before. The cracks on the walls, the cold that seeped at certain hours, the rhythm of my own thoughts. The torment wasn't the darkness outside. It was the darkness inside me. Doubts, guilt, fear, despair, all screaming at once, a chorus of my own undoing. Then came the night that broke me. He entered quietly, hesitantly even, and sat. "The truth is, there is no escape. Not from this place, not from yourself. The cell isn't around you, it's inside you. and it will follow you wherever you go. Tears burned my eyes. So, I'm doomed? He shook his head slowly. Not doomed, condemned to face yourself forever. The weight of his words crushed me. I understood why the silence had felt so heavy, why every second here felt unbearable. It wasn't the walls. It was me. He unlocked the door. My breath caught. Was he letting me go? I stepped forward, heart racing. But beyond the door, nothing. Not a hallway, not freedom. Just another identical cell. I screamed, I begged. The sound mocked me, echoing endlessly. He stepped out silently. The door clicked shut. Then the screens lit up. Walls of data, surveillance, images. My life, our lives, laid bare. Operations, strategies, even private thoughts. Every plan, every secret dissected. My pride, my confidence, my sense of control shattered. I realized the cruelest truth. The real prison wasn't walls, guards, or darkness. It was the knowledge that we are exposed, predictable, fragile, nothing like we imagine. I thought I could manipulate him, seduce him, control him. I was just a pawn in someone else's design. Even the guard I thought I could influence barely acknowledged me now. I could scream, resist, fight, but something inside had shifted. For the first time, I understood. I had acted out of fear, illusion, desperation, and yet no one needed to touch me. I wasn't tortured, harassed, threatened. They didn't need to. The cell, the system, the knowledge, enough. And in that moment, I understood the final truth. Some prisons have no walls, no chains, no guards. They live inside us, in our minds, our fears, our illusions. Escaping them? That is the hardest thing we will ever face. The door remained closed. The light flickered. Shadows danced. And I sat, trembling, awake, trapped in a cage I had built myself. Over time, I began to notice something strange happening within me. Fear no longer held the same grip over me. Each day I sat there, listening to the voice of my own mind, feeling the emptiness, watching the shadows. I started to discover something I had never understood before, that facing this loneliness, this silence, this inner mirror, was the only key to true freedom. Perhaps I would never leave this place physically, but something inside me began to break free. The cruelty I had felt, the pain, the despair, they were all transforming into awareness, into understanding that fear and darkness were not external enemies, but teachers. Every moment of torment pushed me to know myself more, to confront my weaknesses, to see the truths I had been running from my entire life. Now, as I sit there, listening to my heartbeat, watching the shadows dance in the flickering light, I realize that true freedom is not about opening doors, nor escaping chains. It is about confronting the prison within, and finding the courage to stay.